Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Happy Sunday. Greetings, football family. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of another English Premier League game. My name is Benton. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. It should be a good game, not unlike the Arsenal versus Everton game. That was a boring game. But watch along game today. Aston Villa versus Manchester United kicking off in about 7 minutes. Aston Villa has started the EPL season in excellent form, sitting in third. So we're just going to get to the starting 11. Aston Villa starting 11 first. I had to go with purple because I could not get a maroon color up for Aston Villa. I could not locate a maroon color, so that's why the purple on. We have a purple jersey in the app. All right, Aston Villa starting 11. Emi Martinez returns to the starting 11. I think the last game he played was against Arsenal in that victory. So welcome back, Dibu Martinez. Victor Lindelof is in the back, family of Manchester United. Ezra Konza, Matty Cash in the right back position. Ian Matson of Chelsea, family of Chelsea, in the left back. Amadou Onana and Bakary Kamara at the base of that midfield. Yuri Tillemans, John McGinn, Morgan Rogers. Youth's having an excellent season, Morgan Rogers. I will say if Manchester United want to win this game, they will have to address and deal with Morgan Rogers. And Ali Watkins rounds out the starting 11 for the third place stand in the EPL standing. Aston Villa. Aston Villa can close the gap on Man City with a victory. They can go to 36 points, a single point behind Man City, and 3 points behind Arsenal, league leading Arsenal at Christmas. So it's been an excellent start to the season for Coach Unai Emery and Aston Villa. Now over to the other side, to the Man United team. Manchester United in goal have Lamens starting in goal. You have Shaw. They will do predominantly a back three, but Dorgu and Dalot will come from a back five in a defensive setup. So we have Shaw, Heaven, and Lenny Euro in the back. In the midfield, you have Dalot stepping on the right up, pushing up beside Ugarte. You have Bruno Fernandes, Dorgu. I like this kid a lot. Like this kid, full of energy. I mean, there are a lot of things that he has to learn growing up as a young kid. He will make some mistakes along the way. So Dorgu in the left, will drop in a left back position, but he will push immensely up. Mason Mount, Matthias Bala Cunha, and on the right, and Benjamin Sesko, the man who still needs to find some goals for this team. Ruben Amorim said, some of the players will be missed. Of course, they're missing Brian Mbomo, who's at AFCON. Amadou Diallo is also at AFCON, so they'll miss those players. Amadou Diallo, a baller for them, and Brian Mbomo is a baller also. So those players will be missed. Look like a cold night at Villa Park. So getting ready for kickoff here. Game is on Peacock. For those of you who are in the States. And big up to those of you wherever you're watching. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to smash the like button. I thank you for joining me. Big up to Junior Outer Road. Chat safely, family. Junior Outer Road, I go and deal with things. Chat safely. And big up to Camon. Part of the BCN family crew. Ball game getting ready to kick off. Referee, Aston Villa. Manchester United is in a huddle there in all white jersey. I will try to change the color here in a second for the Manchester United all white top. So one side chin. Manchester United will be kicking off. Let's get ready. Let's get this thing going. Of course, later on we have AFCON coverage. Morocco versus Comoros kicks off today's AFCON in Morocco. There's a lot of pressure on that team, Atlas Lions team, to win this edition of Morocco, being this edition of AFCON being the hosts and everything. All right, so we're off, and ball. Let me see if I can adjust this shirt color for Manchester United. And they're playing in a white top. Unai Emery said they're not title contenders. He said, and there's always this discussion about teams, outside the periphery, really being title contenders, when they have a good start to the season. Unai Emery said his team, he's not a title contender. They're not a title contender. And, if it was at a certain point in the season, maybe game 35 or 36, then we could talk, but not this stage, So he's not looking to get ahead of it. We have a free kick for Manchester United. On the right side of this Villa goal. Bruno Fernandes puts it in the box and clears out by Maatsen. Ball is sent back over, cleared out by Matikach. I think for Manchester United, they have to exploit and go at Matikach. I think Matikach is a defensive liability. He does offer something going forward. I mean, he scored a beautiful goal recently, if I'm not mistaken. He scored a beautiful goal recently. So, but Matikach can be had defensively. So, for Manchester United, I think they want to go at Matikach. For Aston Villa, Morgan Rogers and Yuri Tillemans, they'll be balling in this midfield. Morgan Rogers, the ability to come short and pick up the ball and then drive at Dalot and others in this Manchester United backline will be interesting. And of course, Kamara and Amadou Onana. I mean, that's a nice defensive pair in midfield. Here comes Mason Mount. Mason Mount looking to find Sesko. Lindelof intercept shot from Manchester United, just wide from Cunha. That looks like he was going towards goal there. Could he have done better? Maybe should have. Dibu Martinez was beaten for certain. Just wide. Just wide. Ooh, that was close. Yo, I don't need to see any ref cam. This is not the NFL. I don't need to see a ref cam. I'm tired of this excessive coverage. I don't need a ref cam. I mean, I don't need to see it. John McGinn with it. Sends it to Matty Cash back in the right back position for Villa. Then he finds Ezri Konza. Konza looking to lift it out to John McGinn and and it's out for a goal kick. So Matheus Cunha, 2 goals and 1 assist in 13 Premier League appearances for Manchester United. Early return on that investment. I mean, I think, he's a player that can give Manchester United fans a lot of hope. I mean, I like Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. I think both of those players. Here comes Aston Villa breaking away. Ollie Watkins driving into the box. Turns inside and... Ooh, Dorgo there was quickly there to help. He's down suffering, or is it Haven? I think Haven. Haven was quickly over there. He saved a goal scoring tackle there. Ollie Watkins couldn't get it on his right foot to take the shot. Cut back. Lenny Yoro. He cut inside of Lenny Yoro. And Haven was quickly there to save Manchester United as Watkins was getting ready to shoot. Seems like Haven is fine. Long ball. And it's out of play. Throw to Aston Villa. So players missing for Manchester United: Amadou Diallo, Mazzarri. I forget about Mazzarri. And Brian Mbeumo. Those players are missing for AFCON. So you go. This is why you have depth. I have no sympathy. Or I don't feel sorry for Manchester United. And or any team for that matter who missing players. So you go. This is why you have depth. Speaking of the AFCON, it was announced yesterday by President of Confederation of African Football, Mr. Motsepe, saying, and the big announcement, they're moving AFCON to once every 4 years, starting in 2028. So AFCON will be once every 4 years, starting in 2028. As Manchester United almost in there. Ball is with Martinez cleared out. Here comes Villa playing out. Very good play from Aston Villa. They are not fazed by the Manchester United press. Playing around the press pretty easily there. And they are quick to recover the ball as Bruno Fernandes is down in a bit of pain. A free kick. A foul is called on Kamara. All right, so back to AFCON. Yes, AFCON kicks off today against in Morocco against Comoros. One of the new boys at this event. Of course, Ghana is not at the AFCON. But Ghana is at the World Cup. BCN Sports will do wall-to-wall coverage of AFCON 2025 and some watch-alongs of AFCON 2025. Here comes Aston Villa. Ball taken away from Ugarte in the midfield. Amadou Onana looking for White. Finds John McGinn with a shot save. And Ali Watkins couldn't get on the rebound. Haven was quickly there. 2 brilliant stops so far by Haven. I went to see what first name. Let me look up this kid's first name. Looking good in the back line here for Manchester United. Maybe Aston Villa should be ahead already, but fortunes favor the brave. Aiden Haven. This is his first name. Corner kick to Aston Villa. John McGinn standing over it. Ball into the box, headed on. Misheader. Shot from Manson across the goal. And somehow that did not score. Pressure. Manchester United under siege. Aston Villa should have taken the lead. That ball smashed across the goal by Matson. And somehow, number 27, Morgan Rogers, tried this cheeky flick and couldn't get it in on target. It rolled agonizingly wide of the right post. Here comes Shaw for Man United. Trying to push up, and the ball is ball is out of John McGinn. You know what? Maybe Morgan Rogers ball is coming across hard. He did try one of those original R9 flick on goal. It didn't pull it off. It missed the goal by inches. I don't know. Maybe he had a little bit more time. I think sometimes if you go and pull off those flicks, you need to make sure the ball going to go still. Here comes Dalot, driving into Aston Villa's box, and ball ricochet off Villa from a tackle from Onana, and out for ricochet off Dalot, and out for a goal kick for for Aston Villa. Lindelof getting ready to restart play. Of course, going up against his former team. Ball is with Dibu Martinez. Sends it wide and he kicks it out for a throw. Looking for Manson. Overhit. And it's out for a throw. Ruben Amorim being told to get back in his technical era. Brethren, you're not playing. You're not playing. Yeah, this technical era thing, a lot of managers do venture out. It's not unique to Ruben Amorim. Aston Villa, 1 win, 9 defeats, 9 draws, 16 in the last 26 previous 26 Premier League home meetings versus Manchester United. Wow, that's a bad record. That's a bad record. Throwing for Manchester United deep into the box. I guess this was when Manchester United used to have the glory days. Ball into the box again. Looking for Dorgu. But Martinez quickly out. Here comes very good tackle there by Ugarte to take it off Kamara. Fernandez sends it right to Dorgu on the left side of the Villa box. Dorgu finds Cunha. Cunha back to Dorgu. Dorgu inside. And cross, and it's into the arms of Emi Martinez. Both teams going for it. Villa should be ahead. Manchester United definitely not sitting back. Both teams going for it. Long ball cleared again by Man United. Now with Dorgu, who sends it back to Shaw. Shaw finds Ugarte. Ugarte has Mason Mount for company. Finds Mount back to Ugarte. Finds Cunha. Cunha finds Shaw. Shaw finds Dorgu. Dorgu to Cunha. Cunha has a Kamara on him, and he turns it back to Ugarte, who finds Lenny Yoro. Yoro pushing wide. Finds Mount. Mount stepping in Ardala. Ardala then looking to find Benjamin Sesko, and an overhit pass, and into the arms of Emi Martinez. Matson with it. Finds Lindelof. Lindelof then rolls it to Emi. Emi getting a bit of pressure from Sesko. Sesko finds Konza. Konza to Cash. Cash right across the line for Villa. John McGinn. Kamara. Kamara getting a bit of pressure there. Tillemans chopped down, and a free kick for Aston Villa's Ugarte foul Yuri Tillemans. 0-0, 13th minute of play. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. English Premier League action. Round wraps up tomorrow with Fulham taking on Nottingham Forest. Sixth place Manchester United versus third place Manchester United. So with a victory, Manchester United could move into top 5. Actually, with a victory, Manchester United would leapfrog both Liverpool and Chelsea. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Tillerman standing over it. Corner kick is from the left side facing the goal. A corner kick on the ground to McGinn. And Mount was able to block McGinn's cross. And it's another corner kick for Aston Villa. By the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel if this is a channel for you. Big up to all the subscribers. Thank you for joining us. Big up. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Big up to the returning subscribers always. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Cleared out by Fernandez. Only as far as Kamara on the top of the key. Ball is Cash. Cash then looking to leap this one into the box and into the arms of Lamens. Man United comes away with it. Cunha. Matheus Bala Cunha. I have a lot of respect for Matheus Cunha. I think he's a baller. I know he can be a little bit erratic at times. Well, he's probably not erratic is not the right word. Manchester United, 2 straight Premier League away wins from home. 2 straight Premier League wins away from home. Man United looking to make it 3 in a row. Yeah, as it relates to Matheus Cunha, I think he's a baller, but I also recognize that Matheus Cunha can just get a red card for no reason, just do foolishness. He gets into arguments pretty quickly and pretty easily. He's quite temperamental, if that's the right word. So, but I think he's a good player. If you can keep his emotions in check, he can be a linchpin. And I expect him to do well for Brazil in the World Cup. Now, granted, probably not start, but he probably will be useful coming off the bench later on. Free kick to Man United. Dorgu was fouled by Matty Cash. Free kick in Man United's half. Aiden Haven has had a good start to this game. Lenny Yora looking to get Sesko behind. Ball is with Sesko. Lindelof with Sesko. Former teammates, of course. Now, here comes Man United. Dalot finds Cunha. Cunha with a heavy touch. Aston Villa trying to play out. Man United takes it away. Ball is with Cunha. Cunha now has Dorgu and a short pass for Dorgu, but he is able to catch up to it. Cash with him. And a cross, but ricochet off Dorgu and out for a goal kick. Happy Sunday morning to whoever on the live. Big up, hopefully having a wonderful Sunday morning. Yo, all who know their church or their place of worship and jump on the live, big up on yourself. You know, or if you attended or if you've been to the place of worship already, big up yourself. Matty Cash finds Kamara. Kamara back to Ezra Konza. Konza to Dibu Martinez, who finds Lindelof. Lindelof to Madsen. Madsen looking for Rogers or Watkins dropping short. Cut out by Man United. And Amadou Onana intercepts and ball is out for a throw to Man United. Aston Villa dropping off a bit here. Of course, remember that it was the last season that collapsed by Unai Emery Aston Villa against Manchester United. Yep, that was last season. Here is Matheus Cunha. Finds Dorgu, who then sends it back to Shaw. Shaw has Ugarte. He uses him. Ugarte finds Haven. Aiden Haven then back to Shaw. Cunha picks it up in Villa's half. Finds Dorgu. Dorgu looking to get Sesko behind. Too strong and cleared by Lindelof. Madsen picks it on the second ball. Madsen seems to be dribbling a little bit too much, looking for options. And he turns it back to Dibu Martinez. Martinez with two Man United players on him, able to get it out to Kamara. Kamara driving forward, looking wide, finds Morgan Rogers. Rogers finds Madsen. Madsen with a heavy touch. Almost got himself in a bit of trouble there, but able to recover it. Again, looking for Cash. Overhit. Cleared out by Shaw. And the ball is back with Konza for Villa. Ezra Konza. Cash. McGinn. And Cash sends it all the way back to Emi Martinez, who's standing outside his 18. Lindelof waited for Aston Villa. We're in the 19th minute of play, still 0-0. Game looks a lot better than yesterday's watch-along of the Arsenal versus Everton game. So far. That was a boring football game. Here's Konza looking to get Morgan Rogers behind. And he's found him, but Morgan Rogers was in an offside position. And Rogers is asking for the ball a lot quicker. I'm going to also update the scores of games currently going on. Barcelona was leading Villarreal 1-0 in La Liga action. Also want to give a shout out to St. Elizabeth Technical High School, aka they call them One Crocodile, for winning the Da Costa Cup. St. Elizabeth Technical High School won the Da Costa Cup, defeating Glenmuir. Da That's for the Jamaican schoolboy football fans. Let's get Barcelona currently leading Villarreal 2-0. In the earlier La Liga action, Atletico Madrid defeated Girona 3-0. In Bundesliga, Bayern Munich is leading Heidenheim 1-0. In the Scudetto, Cagliari and Piazza drew 2-2. Torino 1-0 over Sassuolo. Fiorentina versus Udinese kicking off at noon. Kicking off here in 8 minutes. Genoa and Atalanta later on at 2:45. All right, back to English Premier League. Shaw with it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes looking to get Sesko in. Sesko's in. He must score that. No, he didn't. And apparently he was in an offside position. Was he offside though? Yeah, Bregin, you're supposed to score them goals. Those opportunities. No, he was not in an offside position. No, it's a throw. The ball ricocheted for a throw. Emi Martinez made himself big. Maybe a good save. 2 goals, 1 assist in 12 Premier League appearances for Benjamin Sesko. Maybe just a good save, but Jaja. I understand that striker is not gonna score every goal. I do recognize that. I mean, even Erling Haaland missed goals. But even some of the great strikers of old missed goals. But yeah, some of these young strikers need to score the goals. Them a one-on-one with goalkeeper. Come on, score the goals. Them. Score the goals. Them. The goal bigger than the goalkeeper. Take your time, composure, and chip the goal. Because Emi Martinez spreads like this and make himself big. Here comes Manchester United. Matheus Cunha driving towards. Ball is with Sesko. Is in again. Sesko then tried and he overkicked the ball. He kicked the ball too long. And it's out, almost out for a goal kick, and he saved the goal kick and kicked it out for a throw. What a foolishness is a brother Yado. And Emi Martinez and Ezri Konza are injured after colliding. Yep. Konza and Emi Martinez. I think Emi Martinez got kicked in the head there. And Matheus Cunha look at Benjamin Sesko and just put his hand in his head. You have to help your teammates, family. You have to help your teammates. And now Bruno Fernandes is having a conversation with Sesko. So Bruno Fernandes doing some coaching. Matheus Cunha is standing off to the side. No, you don't break the man. You have to build his confidence. As Emi Martinez and Konza seems to be fine, but Emi Martinez is getting a bit of treatment. So clearly there's a bit of concern with some of the Man United players about Sesko's inefficiencies in front of goal. That's a second chance. He probably should have done better with this one. The first touch pushed him far away. I mean, I see what he was trying to do. He just kicked the ball so hard away from himself. So hard. I guess he doesn't know his own strength. Emi Martinez will be fine. He's back up walking, drinking some water. I guess there's a concussion check that needs to take place. He got kicked in the head as Konza was trying to jump over him. They're still conducting concussion protocol or whatever. Emi Martinez seems to be saying he's fine. The doctor seems to be saying still conducting the assessment. So it seems wait, and it seems like Unai Emery is talking to his coaching staff. I don't know if what's going on here is Emi Martinez doesn't want to come off. Unai Emery becomes the first Aston Villa's manager since 1905 to have 10 plus wins run. All right, so it seems like they might be saying Emmy needs to get off because of the concussions. So Emmy's saying he's fine. As he's gesturing that he's fine, Emi Martinez that he is. Now the captain is coming, John McGinn is coming over talking to their medical staff. They're sending the goalkeeper Bizot out to warm up. All right, so people, there's a lot going on right here. The Emi Martinez seems to be saying it's fine. He is fine to continue. The medical staff in their assessment is saying or seem to be indicating otherwise. The referee is wanting to get on with the game and wanting a decision. As goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper who started the last game, Bizot, is out. So the two medical staff members are talking to each other, and the game restarted. So let's see. So I mean, when it comes to this concussion protocol, and we have seen it before. I remember. I think it was Jan Vertonghen at Spurs who played on when he probably shouldn't have played on. I think he ended up puking on the field or something to that effect. And so this concussion protocol is that you don't leave it up to the players to make that decision regarding continuing. The medical staff have certain tasks, certain checks, certain tests that they conduct. And based on the outcome of those assessments, you then make a decision whether the player should continue or not. So clearly the medical staff is fine with the outcome. It seems that there was one of the medical staff member may wanted him to come off. But play on. Let's see. We keep an eye on Emi Martinez. Ball with Konza. Konza finds Lindelof. Lindelof to Rogers. Rogers to Madsen. Madsen then sends it long only to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes sends it wide to Dalot. Dalot for Man United. Turns it back to Euro. Ball is being played in the Villa half. Shaw is with it. Also in Villa's half. More closer to midfield though. Haven. Aiden Haven, and he sends it long. Slips as he sends it long, but he finds Dalot. Cunha picks it up. Cunha sends it through. Trying to find Mason Mount. Trying to find Sesko there. Villa comes away with it. McGinn finds Kamara. Kamara finds Tillemans. Tillemans then dragged down by Ugarte. Yo, at time Ugarte get a yellow card. I mean, this is what? The third. I mean, it's time Ugarte gets a yellow card. Yuri Tillemans seems to be in a bit of pain there. Aston Villa's backup goalkeeper still out warming up. 29 minutes of play. And for those of you who are just joining, Emi Martinez took a kick in the head. It seems like he's reluctant to come off. Don't know if he really passed the test. Seems like he may have just scored a 60% on the test. So, I don't know if he passed the test with flying colors. Here comes Man United. Mount finds Fernandes, who finds Shaw. Shaw into Villa's half. Got Ugarte on the left. Cunha running beside him on the right. Shaw turns it back and finds Bruno Fernandes, who finds Dorgo. Dorgo turns it back to Shaw. Cunha is pointing to go to Dalot. And a long ball from Ugarte to no man. No one in particular. And the ball is out for a goal kick. Yo, out of all the decisions to make, write this out. The worst decision. Goal kick to Aston Villa. Ball is with Emmy. Let's see how he handles it. He sends it long. Finds Ali Watkins, who with a heavy touch. Picked up by Man United. Ugarte with it. Sends it back to Shaw. In Manchester United half. Who finds Cunha, who comes short. Cunha trying to walk around Konza. Konza finds Dorgu, but ricochet off Cash and out for a throw to Man United. Haven to Ugarte. Ugarte turns quite well from two players. Ball down the middle looking for Mount. Here comes Amadou Onana. John McGinn turns it over. No one can hold possession of the ball. Matheus Cunha being held up there by Kamara. Ref says play on. Cunha was not very happy. And he didn't get the ball from Dallo, and he's also upset with Dallo. And this is the Matheus Cunha problem that I have. It's like if he doesn't, he can, like I said, a bit temperamental. As a long ball, as a cross into the box, and it's collected by Emi Martinez, who seems to be fine. I don't know if him head or hurt him. Lindelof with it for Villa. Manchester United is really doing a great job once Villa gets into attacking third. They've done a great job of breaking up Villa attack. Once they get into the attacking third, they're doing a very good job. Whether it's Lenny Yoro and Aiden Haven doing a very good job. And to a lesser extent, Shaw, but Ugarte in front of those two centre-backs is doing an excellent job. Anytime Aston Villa gets into the final third, Manchester United essentially, saying, all right, let's try to close the door. And they're doing a good job of that so far. But, for Aston Villa perspective, they have to get Morgan Rogers on the football. I mean, he hasn't been touching the ball, speak of the devil. Let's see what he does with it. He's going at Lenny Yoro. He cuts inside Yoro. Gets inside. And a shot and a team effort, a paper shot that. That's like akin to a kindergarten shot. Very weak effort from Morgan Rogers, but you want to get Morgan Rogers on the football. And he probably didn't have to shoot. Could have probably passed it. Let's get some score updates. Barcelona, Football Club Barcelona still leading Villarreal 2-0. 0-0 between Udinese and Fiorentina, or Udinese and Fiorentina. Bayern Munich now 2-0 over Heidenheim in the Bundesliga. Bruno Fernandes looking for Sesko. Back to the game. Bruno Fernandes looking for Sesko. And cleared out by Matson. Haven cuts it out. Fernandes finds Cunha. Matheus Cunha. Turns inside. Kamara is there with him for company. Dorgu finds Cunha. Cunha drops his shoulder. Kamara still there with him. Very good defensive work by Kamara. Ball is with Ugarte. Dalot sends it back to Lenny Yoro. Yoro looking for a runner, then finds Mason Mount, who back to Yoro. Finds Fernandes. Fernandes to Mount. Mount to Ugarte. Shaw. Wide to Dorgu on the left side. Man City patiently building. Cross from from Dorgo, but Darlow couldn't get it under control as Matson now quickly looking to find Ollie Watkins. Watkins with Haven for company quickly. Holds it up and finds and a miscommunication there between Aston Villa two players, Morgan Rogers and Euro Tillemans, and Manchester United comes away with it. Here comes Matthias Cunha driving into the box, looking for a cross, and it's chest down by Ian Matson to Emi Martinez. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe. Smash the like button on the content. BCN Sports headline. Make sure you smash the like button. That's how the content reach into new hands or new potential listeners. If you like the content and you want to get it out there, it's not just about sharing. It's about smashing that like button and also leaving a comment. And all comments are welcome. We don't care. Here comes Manchester United. Lenny Euro to Haven. And for the non-Jamaican audience, we say all comments are welcome. It doesn't matter. Good, bad, ugly. It doesn't matter. Dorgo sends it all the way back to Shaw. Haven and Aiden Haven now running him into a little bit of trouble there. He was looking for a pass, but he was... Here comes Manchester United. Cunha finds Dalot, cut out by Matson. Picks up by Euro. Short pass, but Mount almost got on the end of it. Tillemans finds John McGinn, who has acres of room. McGinn driving at Man United defense and cannot keep going. A shot from way out from Euro Tillemans, and it's wide. Yeah, both of these teams, nobody want to take control of the game. The first goal will be huge in this football game. Of course, 6th place Manchester United versus 3rd place Aston Villa. Come on. Aston Villa with a Premier League high 10 goals scored from outside the box this season. So this is why this notion of shooting from Morgan Rogers and Euro Tillemans outside the box is important. Premier League high. Here comes Tillemans. Ugarte, very good play from Ugarte again. But Onana is looking to match him and he pressures Fernandez. And there's a foul called on Amadou Onana. Very good defending from both Ugarte and Amadou Onana. Defensive midfielders doing their bidding, doing their work. Very good work on both sides of the ball. Ugarte for Manchester United, very good work on Euro Tillemans. And also Amadou Onana, very good work on Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, man, Ugarte is a good player in the midfield. Very good player in the midfield for Manchester United. I mean, his breakup play, now granted, he doesn't seem to be able to offer much going forward. But he's very good in terms of breaking up play. And you need those type of players in that midfield who can get over quickly and shut the door on an opponent's attack. Kamara for Villa finds Matty Cash, who haven't been able to get forward. A piss poor pass cut out by Bruno Fernandes seems to have stretched hamstring there, and we have a stop in play. Seems like Bruno Fernandes there might be in a spot of bother. He's stretching it, trying to stretch it out. Of course, Manchester United is missing Meno, who manager Ruben Amorim said picked up a knock in the latest training, so he's going to be out. I think a injury to his calf or something. Seems like Bruno Fernandes is okay to continue. Man United back with the ball. Aiden Haven. On top of his 18-yard box, finds Shaw, who sends it back to Lamens in goal. Lamens then finds Lenny Euro. Euro. Pushing up field. Now, and looking for a long ball, and again he slipped. A few of these players have slipped so far. Slip conditions. Ball is with Matheus Cunha. Inside Villa half, finds Shaw, and Shaw then takes it back into his half, and Bruno Fernandes is pointing to Ugarte to get it. He does receive it. Euro looking to find Dallo. Dallo is way upfield, going at Manson. Mason Mount overlapping. Dallo doesn't use him. Ball to the back of the back post. Emi Martinez quickly out. Cunha. But he couldn't get it under control. He couldn't catch it, but very good play there from Manchester United. Matheus Cunha now finds Dallo. Dallo to Cunha. Cunha trying to walk through 4 players. End up throwing himself to the ground and cleared out by Aston Villa. No penalty, no penalty asking. Here is Ruben. Here is Bruno. Bruno finds Dallo. Dallo to Cunha. Cunha down the left side. Down the right side finds... Here's Bruno Fernandes, shot, a ricochet, and a corner kick. That may be a going in. 42nd minute of play. There will be a lot of added time. Ball was off Ezri Konza and out for corner. Hey, that probably was going into the goal. First corner kick for Manchester United. 3 corners so far for Aston Villa. We're seeing Bruno Fernandes, of course, earlier he pulled up with a hamstring, with what appears to be a hamstring injury. Corner kick to Man United. Mount, brother, overkick the ball, and it's out for a goal kick. Seems like Bruno Fernandes is still in a bit of pain. Yeah, he seems like he's going to try to play on. He's still playing on. I don't know what's going on here. Why all this long talking? Is he that he's injured or he's not injured? So Bruno Fernandes is staying on. He's calling his teammates forward. Joshua Zerski is warming up. Back kick. Ball's with Emi Martinez getting ready to restart play and just did. And it headed on by Ollie Watkins. Morgan Rogers not on the same page. Ball is back with Man United. Lenny Euro finds Lamens. Lamens sends it long. Cleared by Lindelof. Fernandes with the header. Picked up by Cash. And Cash then turns it back towards his goal. Cash then sends it to Lindelof on the top of his 18-yard box. Lindelof sends it to Emi Martinez. Sesko pressured Martinez. Martinez sends it long. Looking for Morgan Rogers. Man United comes away with it. Tillemans. Recover. Finds John McGinn. John McGinn looking for Morgan Rogers out left. A very difficult ball to control, but somehow he was able to. He's going at Lenny Euro. Inside the Man United 18-yard box, and a shot! And a goal! Wow! What a goal! I still need to see if he's offside, but what a goal by Morgan Rogers! I said you have to get him involved in the game. You have to get him on the ball. A golazo from Morgan Rogers. What a goal from out just inside the 18-yard box, left side facing the goal. And then, yeah, goalkeeper couldn't save that. 1-0 Aston Villa with a yo. That was a proper goal. 7 goals this season from, and I said at the beginning of the watch along, I've been saying it throughout. Here comes Manchester United with Dorgu. Dorgu then looking to cut it inside and a ricochet off Konza for a corner kick. I've said it during this watch along. Get the ball to Morgan Rogers. I mean, the youth is a baller. He's having a special start to the season. And also, ultimately, it's not a surprise that Aston Villa is doing as well as they are, because Aston Villa historically has depended heavily on Ollie Watkins and John McGinn. Now, once teams have really kind of accounted for those players, others will have to step up. Yuri Tillemans is a bit inconsistent, but this Morgan Rogers youth has been delivering the goods for them this year, and he played well last year too. And I think they re-up him, and as in gave him a better contract. Yo, what Emi Martinez I do with the man them thing? Here comes Kamara with Cunha. You mean, take back heel off, yo. Aston Villa, 4 minutes of added time. Only 4 minutes with all that time spent treating Emi Martinez. And just like that, Manchester United, here comes Aston Villa though. Matty Cash played around with the ball and it's 1-1. Matheus Cunha with the equalizer to make it 1. Matty Cash, horrible decision making at the back there by Matty Cash. Matheus Cunha turns it, picks up the loose ball after Matty Cash playing around with it. Dorgu takes it away, finds Matheus Cunha, and he was popped it in 1-1. That lead didn't last long. So Emi Martinez passed the ball to Konza, who passed to Matty Cash. Dorgu gives him a bit of pressure, and then he lazily turns it in. Dorgu poked it away and into the path of Cunha. Matheus Cunha with the equalizer for Manchester United. So 2 things I've said this far. I'm not really pop my collar still, but I've been accurate a couple times so far in this football game. I said for Aston Villa to score, they need to get Morgan Rogers in the game. He scored. Okay, good. I said for Manchester United, you want to go at Matty Cash. We know that defensively he is a problem. He's a liability. So said, so done. So, yeah, we watch a whole heap of football, so we recognize these things. Matty Cash might give her one more. As we approach halftime, 1-1 at the half. Again, this game is a lot better than yesterday's watch along. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe wherever you're watching us. Big up to all the people on the continent, the motherland, African continent tuning in. Big up on Facebook. Big up. Lenny Euro with it for Manchester United. Ball is played back all the way to Lamans in goal. Let's get some score updates. Full time between Football Club Barcelona and Villarreal, 2-0. That game ended. Halftime between Bayern Munich and Heidenheim, 2-0 Bayern Munich leading. In the Scudetto, 0-0 between Udinese and Fiorentina. All right, we're at the half here. First half, 1-1. Goals scored by Morgan Rogers. 1 goal by Morgan Rogers and 2 goals in the game. One for each team. Morgan Rogers with a golazo. That's probably going to go into the Goal of the Year award. I don't know. With a golazo cutting inside. And Matty Cash gifted Manchester United the equalizer, scored by Matheus Cunha. 1-1 at the half. Of course, Aston Villa looking to go to secure, cement more third place. They're sitting in third spot. If with a victory, they will go a point behind Manchester City in second position. Festive football schedule. This is what we at. I'm going to step away for the halftime break, and we'll be back for the second half. All right, big up, big up, big up from getting ready for the second half. Players are back out for second half. Didn't see any subs. Oh, yep, we have a sub coming on here. How would this youth here? I wouldn't find him. Oh, I wouldn't find Butcher. Where did they find the Butcher? Martinez, Lisandro Martinez is coming on. For Bruno Fernandes. That's an interesting move. Of course, we know Bruno Fernandes had that hamstring. A long time, see the money I play ball, you know. All right, so that's an interesting move by Coach Ruben Amorim. Going with Lisandro Butcher Martinez as opposed to Xerxes or an attacking player. So then Cunha probably drops further. I don't know. All right, we're off for the second half. We'll see how they line up. Seems like he's stepping into midfield. He is stepping into midfield. Yo! So I think he's playing now double pivot with Ugarte and Ugarte and Martinez. As we're seeing Bruno Fernandes all right, just have to reply to a message real quickly. Second half fully loaded. 2 minutes into the second half. One substitution for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes off. Ball is with Emi Martinez. Of course, Emi picked up that knock in the head in the first half, so he seems to be fine. Lisandro Martinez making a pass there, and Benjamin Sesko and Cunha getting in each other's way, or a bit of miscommunication. Here is John McGinn for Aston Villa. McGinn finds Amadou Onana, who then lays it off to Lindelof. Ball is with Ezri Konza. Konza pushing up. Lisandro Martinez tracking Yuri Tillman's run. Ball is with back to Lindelof. Lindelof to Onana. Onana to Yuri Tillmans, but cut out by Dalot. Here comes Manchester United. Sesko finds Mount. Mount to Dalot. Dalot back to Mount. Dalot back to Euro. Aiden Haven, who had a very good first half with the ball. Very good first half by the kid. I think he's think he's 19 years old. Yep. Very good first half by 19-year-old centre back. Made some good last ditch saves here for Manchester United. The Butcher finds Mount. Butcher can't pass ball, man. Here's Mason Mount driving into the box. Sesko! And he missed it. And of course, Matheus Cunha is looking around at Sesko. I don't know if this Sesko thing going to work, you know. I don't know. And the reason being, The ball, he did stretch as hard as he could. He was just out of his reach. I feel like Benjamin Sesko is under a lot of scrutiny by Matheus Cunha and some of the Man United players. Dallons. Ball is with Mason Mount, who finds Shaw. Shaw to Cunha. This 19-year-old kid, you know what? I'm going to keep my eye on him even further here. This Aiden Haven kid, 19 years old. Yeah, the man look better than Harry Maguire in a defense, the clock. Here is Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez with the... Yeah, what kind of bad ball that from Cunha? And of course, Aston Villa turns the ball all the way back. Emi Martinez with it. Finds Lindelof. Getting a bit of pressure from Sesko. Matson turns the ball over. Back with Sesko. Sesko with a cross. And is out of Lindelof for a corner kick. Haven't seen much of Ian Matson getting forward in this game for Manchester United. Not much at all. Corner kick to Manchester United. Shaw getting ready to swing it in. Corner kick is from the right side facing the goal. Ball is in. And Konza heads it out. Back to Shaw. Could be an appeal there for offside on Shaw, but no dice. Ball is with Mount, and Mount is a shot. And it's wide right. Goal kick. Ball is Emi Martinez. He finds Tillemans. Finds Matty Cash, who, one of the good things that Man United has done in this football game is that they've kept Matty Cash from going forward. Here's John McGinn looking to find Ollie Watkins and overhit. All right, time for Aston Villa free Emi Bondia. Emiliano Bondia. Time for him to get ready to come on a football game. And maybe Donny Milan also for Aston Villa. Here is Dalot cutting inside and out of Madsen, but one too many cuts. And Madsen eventually kicks it out for a throw. I'm curious to see what, all right, the start of the second half seems to be an improvement in Manchester United, definitely taking the game to Aston Villa. Aston Villa, a long throw in for Manchester United. Dalot with the throw, the captain. Headed out by Amadou Onana. Back to Dalot. Dalot with a outside of the foot cross. Cleared. Cunha takes it off Martinez. Trying to find back Cunha's mount, but no dice. Villa comes away with it. Kamara tries to go around Lisandro Martinez, who picks it up. And he shoots from way out. And just wide. The Butcher thinks he's got game. Yo. Lisandro Martinez didn't take the salad, the attempted salad from Kamara, and eventually driving and taking a very good shot on goal. Yeah, Manchester United in the ascendancy. They're definitely playing better than Aston Villa. Aston Villa started the game well and probably should have scored a goal. Had a couple chances or had a couple near misses. But since then, Manchester United have really responded well to what Aston Villa has done, and has taken it up a gear. The goal that Aston Villa scored was just a world-class goal. I think defensively, Manchester United has been very wise. Speaking of which, and Aston Villa has been piss poor on some of these final third attacks. I mean, the ball has either been behind the intended target or short, as Yuri Tillemans with a cross. Here comes Morgan Rogers in a goal! Speak of the devil, his second goal of the game. Morgan Rogers makes it 2-1. And at the rate this ball game going, Manchester United probably soon score. And just like that, just as I said, that Villa hasn't done much since the early part of the game. They went ahead and said, shut up. So a very good goal again from Morgan Rogers. Got the ball, went around, not really around Euro, but into the box. And Euro trying not to foul him, trying to slide, and a very good placement. Lamens in goal had no chance there to save that. And here comes the usual ref cam, or the recently added ref cam. I don't need to see a ref cam at the goal. We can see the goal. And Unai Emery takes off his jacket and throw it in the air. He's in the Christmas spirit. Here comes Aston Villa Martinez with a long throw, looking for John McGinn. Yeah, put down Emiliano Bondia up on the field. Here comes Darlow with a shot, saved by, and a shot again by by Dorgu and blocked by Matty Cash. Very good block. He probably injured himself in saving that one. I thought most Man United fans thought that ball was going in. As Robin Smith would said, waiting to see the old onion bag. I don't know how Matty Cash saved that. Very good block. Corner kick to Manchester United. Their fourth corner of the game. And the corner kick is overhit. I think this is the second overhit corner. First it was from Mason Mount. No, this one is from Matheus Cunha. 2-1 Aston Villa. 68th minute of the football game. Here is Martinez, sends it long, looking for Ollie Watkins or Rogers. Ball is back with the Man United goalkeeper. Aston Villa seems to be ready in a few subs. The Villa Park is in full voice. With this victory, they go a point behind Man City. In third position, Man City is in second. And 3 points behind leaders Arsenal. Here comes a long ball looking for Watkins, but goalkeeper Lamens was quickly out to clear his lines. Throw into Aston Villa. And Haven is down. Aston Villa was trying to restart. Seems like his shoe is off. Referee allowed him to put it back on. Restart play. Madsen with the throw-in. Finds Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers then cuts in. Morgan Rogers with another shot. Cleared out by Shaw. Yo, I said at the beginning of the watch along, feed Morgan Rogers. He's the straw that stirs this drink. I think they can do something with Bondia. They get him on the game. Here comes Manchester United. Sesko sends it wide to Dorgu. Dorgu with a cross inside. Cut out by Villa. Matty Cash picks up the rebound, sends it long. John McGinn trying to move away with it, and a free kick to Aston Villa as Shaw chops down Shaw with a foul there. It's not really a harsh. Kamara sends it wide. And then just aimless ball there from who that? Matty Cash. Here comes Man United. Mason Mount. Mason Mount into the Aston Villa box. Madsen with him. He finds Dalot. And a very good block there by Morgan Rogers running back. Or no, it's Uri Tillemans with the block. Here is Manchester United looking to get Dorgu on the end of a long ball. Ball is with Dorgu. Ugarte. Onana comes away with it. Finds John McGinn out wide. He's got acres of room. McGinn has Cunha for company. McGinn drives in towards the Man United box. Very good tackle there by Matheus Cunha. But he couldn't save it from going out for corner kick. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Villa Park is in full voice as Aston Villa's impressive start to the season will continue if this result holds. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Uri Tillemans taking his time. Yeah, Brethren, hurry up, man. Brethren, I don't need to see the ref cam. Don't worry. Corner kick. Short corner. On the ground, looking for Rogers again. Shot cleared out by Haven. Maybe the goalkeeper would have saved this. Saved it. Here is Aston Villa almost broke through, but the foul is called by the referee. Yeah, on a foul that Lisandro Martinez, the Butcher Martinez, dove. That's a fish move. Here's the ball wide to Dalot. Dalot finds Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Martinez. Martinez finds Dorgu. Dorgu, Matty Cash quickly out to him. Dorgu going at Cash. John McGinn to offer some help. Ball is with Cunha. Cunha is on the 18th shot from Matheus Cunha, and it sends it wide. Goal kick to Aston Villa. Trying to see the replay of that one, how far it was from the goal. Yeah, it was wide. Yeah. It's going to take something even more special than that to beat. It's going to take something special to beat Emi Martinez in goal. Goal kick to Aston Villa. Lindelof gets us going by passing it to Martinez. Martinez getting a bit of pressure from Sesko. Almost got there. But Villa comes away with it. Euro. Heaven turns the ball over. As Ollie Watkins might be on, and referee says play on. As Man United is looking for a free kick. And oh no, Ollie Watkins was in an offside position. Let's see. Yep, Ollie Watkins. Yep. Let's do a score update of other games currently going on. Of course, African Cup of Nations kicks off at 2 p.m. In La Liga, Elche is leading Rayo Vallecano 1-0. Of course, Atletico Madrid defeated Girona earlier 3-0. Football Club Barcelona defeated Villarreal 2-0. In the Scudetto, Fiorentina has taken a 3-goals lead over Udinese. That happened fast. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich is leading Heidenheim 2-0 in the 71st minute. Now back to the English Premier League. As I clicked the wrong button, so I closed the search engine, so I have to open this back up to view the English Premier League. All right, back to the English Premier League. Matheus Cunha. What's going on? Let's see what's going on here. If the Matheus Cunha is on screen, I don't know what I missed. Here is Manchester United. Ball is with Dalot. Dalot looking to find Ugarte. Overplayed him. Ball is with Kamara. And Kamara is fouled by Ugarte, and he's finally gotten a yellow card. Definitely played well in this game, but he's doing his job quite well as a cleanup man in midfield, but definitely should have gotten a yellow card already, I think, or at least now. I mean, here is Aston Villa to restart play. Ball is with Emi Martinez outside his 18-yard box. Finds Victor Lindelof, formerly of Man United, who sends it back to Martinez, standing up just inside his 18. Martinez now getting a bit of pressure from Sesko. Martinez sends it long, looking for Ollie Watkins, headed up by Haven. 19 years old player who's doing quite well. The ball is with Dorgu. Dorgu, also another youngster for Manchester United. And Dorgu misplay his pass. We're looking for a foul. The referee says no dice. Here is Aston Villa with it. Kamara finds John McGinn. McGinn waiting for Cash to overlap. Cash does. McGinn then goes down the right, looking for a cross, and it cuts off a ricochet off Dorgu for a throw, for a corner kick. Dorgu is 21 years old. Corner kick to Aston Villa, 2-1. 2-1, they are ahead. Seems like they're setting up for a short corner. No, they send it inside, looking for Lindelof. He didn't get there. And the referee says, Ollie, what? You're Tillemans, apparently running from an offside position after the ball was headed out. Oh, I saw what I missed with Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha had a golden opportunity. No, I just saw the replay. Okay. The game should be tied. Matheus Cunha should have scored that. Yeah, Ian Matson, come off I feel. Come off the field. I'm curious to see when here comes two subs for Manchester United. Xerxes is coming on. You know, manager Ruben Amorim is telling him, physical. I think that's what that means. Here is Man United. Dorgu. Two subs preparing for Manchester United. Martinez. Lisandro Martinez, that is. Ball is with Mount. Mount cross the goal. Trying to find Cunha on the end, but almost there. Onana was in his way. And it fell into the arms, luckily into the arms of Emi Martinez. Villa got away with one there. Yeah, both the Villa defenders didn't know where the ball was. Villa, yellow card to Dalot as he kicked Matson, not intentionally in his family jewel. He was just trying to clear the ball, and Matson running out. It's not intentionally. Or it's not the family jewel. Seems like he kicked him in his thigh. Yellow card to Diego Dalot. Ooh, that runs down. Ooh. It's not just kick. The ball just the studs graze from his abdomen down to his inside of his thigh. And it's not a red card. It's accident. These things happen in football. I mean, it's a bang bang game. It's not a red card. I don't need VAR to come in and say, boy, yo, reckless or dangerous play. I mean, he was playing the ball. All right, two subs coming on for Manchester United. First up, Ugarte is off for Xerxes. All right, so taking one of the defensive midfielders out. And Fletcher is on for Benjamin Sesko. Well, yeah, so you go, Sesko. So you go. And I get that Sesko is an investment, is a player that they're looking to grow into the team, but you know, some of the interactions with the scrutiny, the constant scrutiny, I thought was not necessary. But Xerxes will lead the line now. And Fletcher will move to, let's see where Fletcher moves to. Yeah, it's just Fletcher is another midfielder. So almost like a like-for-like substitution there. Onana was Lindelof with a foul there on Cunha. Cunha probably making the most of it. Trying to see this. This young kid, Jack Fletcher. 18 years old, Jack Fletcher into midfield for Manchester United. Free kick to Manchester United. Mount and Dalot standing over it. Outside the 18-yard box. Emi Martinez is asking for two people in the wall. Now he says one. Ian Matson moved and left John McGinn in the wall. Here comes Dalot. or Mason Mount with the cross, and it's overhit out for a goal kick. This is BCN Sports coverage of English Premier League action. Manchester United, Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa has two subs coming on. Lucas Digne is coming on, and Donny Milan is coming on also. So Digne will come on for Ollie Watkins. No, well, I mean positionally is who. Milan will go down the center, I think. So Milan is coming on for Watkins, not Digne. And Ian Maatsen is done, and Lucas Digne comes on for Maatsen. So like for like substitutions from Coach Unai Emery. I wanted to see Bondi on the field. I think he could give you something in terms of slowing the ball game down. I mean, you're leading 2-1. You don't need to be in an urgent take a lot of risks. You know, Emilio Bondia gives you something in terms of holding on to that football and managing the game. Throw into Manchester United. Diego Dalot going across to take it, throwing close to the Villa's 18-yard box. Long throw loading. Here is the throw in and into the arms of Emi Martinez. Easy catch at him. Catch in practice. Martinez looking for a quick start, but decided to go short to Matty Cash. Matty Cash sends it to John McGinn. McGinn has Diego Dalot with him. Now we have Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers on the end of it. He's on 2 goals. Into the box. He cuts Fletcher out of his shorts. Then chips it to the back post. Headed back in by Yuri Tillemans. Xerxes picks up the loose ball and fouled by Konza. Manchester United ball. John McGinn. Yeah, at times John McGinn come off, I feel. I mean, time John McGinn. The ball is out for a throw into Manchester United. Manchester United getting ready to restart play. Lenny Euro with it. 78 minutes of play. Lisandro Martinez. So what they've done is, seems like they've dropped Martinez back and they've moved Fletcher in to that midfield position. Mason Mount. Here is Jack Fletcher, finds Lenny Euro, who finds Haven. Haven to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez stepping up, looking for that pass. Finds Xerxes. Xerxes to Philip. Jack Fletcher. Fletcher getting a significant amount of pressure. And Matheus Cunha with an overreach kick. And referee says foul on Kamara. Man United looking for an equalizer. Martinez has seen a lot of the football. Yo, John McGinn, come off, I feel. John McGinn, come off of the field, people. Come on, John. Here is Dorgu. Dorgu going at Matty Cash and a cross, and he's cut out by Matty Cash. Now, to be fair, I mean, he did give away that goal to Manchester United. Matty Cash, that is, but to be fair, he's actually played well. I mean, he's played a lot better than I've seen in recent games, and his defensive. He's played a lot better on the defensive side of things, as in Matty Cash. Big up to all the subscribers. Long throw in for Manchester United into the box. Man United appealing for a penalty. Referee said no doing. He's pointing to a throw as the ball was cleared out. Man United going, of course, no Harry Maguire on these long throws. All right, we're seeing the replay of a potential check for a handball. Oh, no, not a handball. It hit both Xerxes. Goal Youth! Now another appeal for a penalty from Manchester United. Couldn't get the ball down. Let's see if VAR have a look on it. I need to see. I did not see that one. And there's a foul on Matheus Cunha. Manchester United is appealing for a second penalty. Yuri Tillemans is saying the ball hit his chest. Let's see. Replay is coming. And it did hit his chest. It did. It's not a penalty. It did hit his chest. Yes, it did hit his chest. But did it come off Victor Lindelof's hand? Nope. No penalty doing for Manchester United. Thank you for all the subscribers. Big up to all the new subscribers. Wherever you're watching us, big up. If you're on YouTube watching the channel, subscribe. Tell a friend, share the content. We have African Cup of Nations coming up in what? A couple minutes. Or will we do a watch along for African Cup of Nations today? Opening day. Let's see. Might just do it. Let's see. Here comes Manchester United. Manchester United. Now ball is with Aston Villa. Villa sends it wide to your Tillemans, who shot or attempted shot or cross. I don't know what that was. Ended up in the arms of goalkeeper Lamens. Here is Lenny Euro. Euro finds Mason Mount, looking for Mason Mount. Mason Mount trying to cut inside of Lindelof. Very good defending from Victor Lindelof. Mason Mount fighting back very well. Ball is back with Manchester United. The Butcher, Lisandro Martinez, sends it wide to Shaw. Shaw sends it into the box and looking for Matheus Cunha. Overhit and out for a goal kick for Aston Villa. 83rd minute of play. Manchester United players having Manchester United player Matheus Cunha in the conversation with the referee. As another sub is getting ready for Aston Villa and another sub is getting ready. Two subs are coming on for Villa. Emiliano Bondia is coming on for Aston Villa. And I think that's Guestin. So Bondia is coming on for Amadou Onana. And you need those ball creators to control and manage the ball game. You need people who can hold the ball and draw a foul. And Bondia is one of those players. And can score. And John McGinn is coming off. Guestin is coming on. Yeah, man. John McGinn come off, I feel, a long time. Manchester United with another young player. I think that's young Lacey. think young, let me see how old this kid is. Manchester United rolling out the kids. Here comes a shot from Morgan Rogers. Villa fans and Rogers appealing for a penalty. We'll see if VAR will take a look. Play continues. No interruption in Shea Lacey, 18 years old. Left-footed winger. All right, we have a left-footed winger here. Dorgu looking to find Cunha, cut out by Bondia. Bondia is asking, but find him on there, brother. Bondia, yeah, Bondia with not a good pass there. Here comes Matheus Cunha with a shot. Very good shot there, Mike Cunha, and straight to the arm of Emiliano Martinez, Emi Martinez. And, you know, when Martinez saved the ball, he kind of waved that Bondia like, yo, what you do? You kick out the foolishness. Here's Morgan Rogers. Too much dribbling there. Rogers. Manchester United going in search of an equalizer. And ball ricochet off Kamara out for a corner kick to Man United. 41st minute, 86th minute of play. 41st minute of the second half, the 86th minute of play. 41st. Here comes the Man United corner. Mason Mount getting ready to restart play. Mount sends it in. And Debu Martinez quickly out to claim it. Martinez then sends it wide to Digne. Digne finds Tillemans. Tillemans cross cut out by Fletcher. Or it was Lacey. Lacey cut it out, cleared out by Villa. Picked up by Haven. Manchester United with it in their own half. Martinez, Lisandro Martinez with it. Finds Shaw. Luke Shaw turns it back to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez finds Jack Fletcher. Fletcher plays it straight back to Martinez. One touch. Ball is with Cunha. Cunha has Gusan on him. Ball is now wide to Luke Shaw. Inside Villa's half. Luke Shaw. Good pass to Mount. Mount to Xerxes. Xerxes lays it off to Mount. And Mount looking for Lacey on the right side. Ball is played behind him and out for a throw. Not a sub coming on for Aston Villa. Your Tillemans day might be done. No, they're taking off Kamara. Interesting. So he's taking off he's taken off or has taken off both double pivot players in Kamara and Amadou Onana. So now he has Bogarde inside. Interesting. Interesting move there by Coach Unai Emery. 54 passes in the final third for Aston Villa, 120 for Manchester United. So, yeah, on the stat sheet, you know, Manchester United definitely doing well in this game, just not in the most important stat, and that is goal scoring. Aston Villa leads this game 2-1. Lindelof pointing to Emi Martinez to come up and take the kick. 89th minute of play. Diego Dallas shouting, "Ref, why the man might take so long?" Emi Martinez restarted play. Now ball sent long, looking for Morgan Rogers. And it's a free kick or a throw in for Manchester United. And the throw is headed out by Yuri Tillemans. Now I think Tillemans will drop back a little bit. Yes, he will drop back to the base. Ball is with Danny Milan. Milan looking, what kind of idiot ball that youth. As I go, Uncle Rogers Uncle Roger on them. Yo, that ball's supposed to play wide. Why are you playing it straight in the middle? Morgan Rogers was not there. Play the ball wide right. Here comes Luke Shaw, finds Jack in midfield for Man United, but he turns the ball over. Matheus Cunha recover it. Matheus Cunha dribbled around Yuri Tillemans, driving at Manchester United. Tillemans running with him. Cunha keeps going. Cunha into the, almost in the box. Tillemans recovered. A shot! Almost by Lacey and into the arms of goalkeeper Emi Martinez. Hey, that looked close. It wasn't even close. Very good battle there between Yuri Tillemans and Matheus Cunha. I mean, we know Matheus Cunha, if he gets running, he can really create havoc in a defensive third. But Yuri Tillemans was able to pick the ball off of him in the right before he gets into the 18-yard box. So you don't want to touch him in the 18 because that will be a penalty. Here comes Dorgo with a cross, headed out by Dinya. Rogers is there to pick it up. Has Dinya for support. Sends it to Dinya. Dinya. Back to Rogers. Rogers then finds Emilia Bondia. Bondia seems a little bit off the pace. 4 minutes of added time. Why did never go on? And I guess all that running seems to have gotten Yuri Tillemans in a spot of bother. And Tillemans is down. I guess on a head. So he's in a bit of pain, his side. Unai Emery could be the first Aston Villa manager since 1905 to have 2 separate runs of 10+ consecutive home wins. If he wins this one. And Unai Emery has been good for Aston Villa without a shadow of a doubt. Here comes Dorgo. And Dorgo's foul outside the 18. Close. Bogard. Dorgo moving a little bit too fast for Bogard there, who just came into the game. Clear foul. Yo, that is Lamaric Bogarde. That's a reckless challenge right there. Come on, wake up, Regin, wake up. 92nd minute. 4 minutes of added time. 2 minutes remaining. Luke Shaw and Mason Mount both standing over it. Remember, African Cup of Nations kicks off at 2 p.m. Morocco versus Comoros. Here comes a shot by Mason Mount and is over the goal. Goal kick to Aston Villa. Remember, join us at 5 p.m. for BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly. Aston Villa fans in full voice. Emi Martinez to restart play. Goal kick to Aston Villa. Martinez sends it long. Headed out by Man United. Picked up by Villa. Bogarde finds Cash. Cash then sends it long. Looking for Milan. Gusan putting a bit of pressure on young Dorgu, and the referee calls a foul, and the entire section of the Aston Villa crowd is up out of their seats. Free kick to Manchester United. Maybe this is the last attempt to launch this thing forward. Aston Villa applying a bit of pressure, sends it long. Lacey. And Lacey can't get it under control, and it cleared out by Lucas Dinya. Throwing to Manchester United. Dallo finds Lisandro Martinez. Martinez looking for Cunha. Misplaced pass and taken up by Villa. Villa with it. Here comes Morgan Rogers. Switch the ball, Yod. Yep, switch. That's the plan, but didn't work out. Gusan comes away with driving at Manchester United's field, and referee ended the match. Yeah, that was, you could make your attack done, Bridget. 2-1, Manchester United suffers defeat. Aston Villa with a victory over Manchester United. They don't come often over this Manchester United team at Villa Park. So, 2 goals by Morgan Rogers. Aston Villa is third in the Premier League on 36 points. 1 point behind second place Man City and 3 points behind leaders at Christmas Arsenal. Manchester United remains in, which part of them? 6th? Manchester United remains in 6th position on 26 points. And that's it. That's it for today's coverage of EPL action. Do join us later on for BCN Sports recap of the week that was in the world of football on Ball Chat Weekly at 5 p.m. We have AFCON kicking off here at 2 o'clock. I'll try to see if I can find a stream for the AFCON game. Let's see. All right. Connect with us on Instagram and smash the like button. I do expect Morocco, and the reason why I might not do a watch along for the AFCON game, it's opening day. I do expect Morocco to win this football game. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I do expect Morocco, the ball round. I do expect Morocco to win this football game. I will pick and choose, or we will pick and choose some games that we'll do for AFCON, especially in the early rounds, the group stage of the tournament. I don't see Comoros beating Morocco. Now, if they have some Comoros fans out there and they want to tell me otherwise, let's see. But I do expect Morocco to win this game at 2 o'clock, and I will watch the game, but won't do a watch along. And next on at 5 p.m. to do a recap of that game and other major news in the world of football. Now, tomorrow, there'll be quite a few watch along because there'll be 3 games that will take place tomorrow in AFCON. So, join us tomorrow, but join us later on for Ball Chat Weekly. All right, that's it. Big up to all the subscribers. Thank you for joining us. For the non-Jamaicans, when we say big up, we mean thank you. Big up to all the yards, big up to all Jamaicans wherever you're there, on the island or abroad. Big up yourself. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share. Check out BCN Sports Headline News Nightly. Check them out and leave a comment. And remember to smash the like button on those headlines or on the content, because that's the way we grow the content. Or if you don't like the content or the things that you don't like about the content, make those comments, leave a comment, and we'll continue to try to improve. Look more, family. Bless up on yourself.